Welcome to the Hands of Time. It's your boy Big John Silva.
And your boy Pauly the Bull.
We're here doing a year in review for 2022. Right now we're doing music. So, Paul, you started up.
All right. So I'll start with my honorable mentions. You know what I'm saying? I had Joel Ortiz, The Crooked Eye, The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse was in my honorable mentions. A lot of people were mad at them for making an album and addressing the Slaughterhouse situation and what have you. But I mean, it was good music. I think they addressed what us fans wanted to know, and I was glad they did. And like I said, it was good music overall. They eventually did release another album after that, which didn't even make my list, wasn't as good. But I do rock with them both. The albums weren't top albums like that, so that one made my honorable mention. Also, Conway the Machine, God Don't Make Mistakes. Honorable mention, Conway, he's a spitter. He do what he do. I just think some better production, maybe get him to that next level to get him to my top 5. Also, 070 Shake. I love her music. She's like the female version of The Weeknd to me. Good breakup music, even though I'm not even going through a breakup, but I feel it.
Yeah, new album?
Yeah, this year, You Can't Kill Me, the name of my new album.
I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the first album was better to me, but this one's still just, like I said, like The Weeknd. Just vibe out music, you just play it and just ride with it. I love it for that. And then now, go through my top 5. Number 5, I got JID, The Forever Story. To me, his features, his singles before, it was like, hey, sound like Kendrick. This album, he definitely sounded like himself, like his own sound. It's called The Forever Story, and he's telling a story about himself, childhood, family, and it was a great storytelling arc, kind of like Kendrick. But I still think it was unique to him. It's still his sound, his vibe, the way he did it, and I appreciated it. Very, lyrically, very, very, very good song. I think probably his best body of work. I don't know how many mixtapes and albums he probably had, because he's been out for a while. I didn't realize he's already like mid-30s as well. I didn't know he was even that old, but he's been out here. But to me, that made the list. I can go back to it. Top 5. It's at number 5. At number 4, surprisingly, I didn't expect this from him, but I got The Game, Drillmatic, Heart vs. Mind. I was shocked. But to me, The Game is probably the Jamie Foxx of rap, which by that I mean he's the great mimic. he can mimic everybody you love in rap. So he has a song that you're like, that sounds like Jay-Z. He has a song where that sounds like Nas. He has a song where like he sounds like he makes his version of a song you would hear somebody else making, and same way Jamie Foxx did the Ray Charles joint. That's what I always think of. Like he can sing, but it's like he's really mimicking a singer, and that's how I feel about The Game. He can rap because he's writing that, I think, these days. But it's like he's rapping as if he's him. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's doing a good job of it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciated the album. A few skips. Not gonna lie, I skipped a couple of the drill songs.
But there's a lot of songs on there.
It's a lot of songs on there. And by your by your grading of skips, ratio of skips to not skips,
that's important.
I don't have a lot of skips. I don't have a lot of skips. I got a few skips, and again, like 20 something songs. I only skipped maybe about 4, maybe 3 or 4. So it's like 15 out of 20, whatever it is. I liked it. Made my list, and those songs I go back to. You know what I'm saying? So the ones I do like, I go back to a lot. Number 3, I have Ransom, No Rest for the Wicked. Ransom put out about 3, albums, mixtapes, whatever you want to call them this year. That one though, The Rest of the Wicked, that one is the one for me. I also got his other ones in my honorable mention, I guess. Chaos Is My Ladder, which just came out, which could go up, but it's like 2 weeks old. And This Life Made Me, that's up there, but No Rest for the Wicked is the one. That's the one for me. Ransom's been on a run for like the last 2 years. I don't know, pandemic, he's just locked in the studio. He's isolated and locking in and just writing and rapping, but I'm not mad. I'm here for everything he's been dropping, and he's been killing it. At number 2, I got Nas, King's Disease 3. Shocked me. He did it again. Him and Hit Boy, they just, it's like where he's been all his life. Like if Nas had Hit Boy his whole career, some people be flip-flopping that Nas Jay-Z argument, you know what I'm saying? So, but King's Disease 3, it's Nas still dropping his gems, giving you some knowledge, but having fun. You know, he's what? Is he 50 yet? He's up there.
Nah, he's close. I think he's close. I don't think he's 50.
Yeah, late 40s, still having fun rapping. You know what I'm saying? He's having fun with it. He's not like, you know, rapping because he has to. He's not really forcing anything. He's just having fun. And, you know, and I'm appreciating it. You know what I'm saying? But number one, I got Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I mean, I'm a fan of that. You know what I'm saying? I believe, what was it, 2020? Me and you talked about how I loved Hamilton.
Yeah.
And I feel like Kendrick made an album that's like a play. You know, a 2-act play. It's broken up into 2 discs. You know, it has like those transitions of you know, play style transitions. We can see somebody on the balcony doing the interlude, and then it goes to the next scene, and you feel like you know, great story. Kendrick always gets personal. He told us he went through therapy, things he went through. You know, he was a sex addict. You know, cheating on his wife and his girl, baby mom. Stuff he was going like he revealed a lot. He told us where he's been at for the past 5 years. How he's been dealing with what we've been going through the pandemic and, you know, protests and stuff like that. He's let us know, listen, I had to take care of myself first. You know what I'm saying? I can't ride for y'all if I'm fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's appreciated. You know, no doubt as a fan, we wanted some music, but it was like, nah, I get you. I understand. And then now he gave us his body of work explaining it. And when I first listened to it, I thought I wouldn't be able to replay it. And I've found myself going back to it numerous times. And I think I have maybe one skip on it. The song with Ghostface, I can't rock with it. The song, because even We Cry Together, which you would think is a song with him and his girl like yelling back and forth, for some reason it's catchy. I can listen to it.
And it's real. And it's real. Been into one of those fights. That's a real fucking fight.
Yeah. So I thought that would be one that I would skip, but it's like when it comes on, I let it rock.
Yelling to fucking. That is the ideal argument.
Yeah. And if you ever seen Baby Boy, like that was like one of the first depictions we've seen of it. Like, yeah, nah. But yeah, I like I said, that the song with Ghostface might be the only song I skip on there. He touches on a lot of stuff, like his family and stuff he went through, stuff he goes generations back, stuff his mom went through, like he and it's relatable, you know what I'm saying? Like our culture, you know, stuff we've went through, family things, and how he broke generational curses to now, you know, not only himself get rich, but get you know, his cousin now is an artist, his family's now out the hood and living a little better, and you know, so yeah, I appreciated it. Again, I thought it would be one that I couldn't go back to, kind of like Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. But it's something I can still appreciate the body of art that was presented to us, and the meaning of it, and the story of it, and like I said, I like the play aspect of it. It was interesting for Kendrick to make it like a play. Like to me, I visualize it as a play, and actually did the We Cry Together video like a stage play. You know what I'm saying? If you ever seen that. So when I first heard, that's what I thought of. Like this is like a play. And like I said, shout out to Hamilton. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
I know he's one. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't think his name either. Put on the bottom. But yeah, shout out to him because, you know, maybe that might have been Kendrick's inspiration. But that dude writes a lot of songs and, you know, tells stories in the songs. He's done a bunch of the Disney songs. So this you know, if maybe Disney can't do it, maybe HBO Max can turn Kendrick's album into a play or something. That would be dope. But that's my number one. John, what you got? What's on your list?
So I'm gonna go honorable mentions first, of course. Mm-hmm. So I actually have a similar honorable mention,
okay,
and then I also have an honorable mention that's in your top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Actually 2. So honorable mentions, I have Ransom, No Rest for the Wicked,
mm-hmm.
and I have Game, Dramatic Heart versus Mine.
Okay.
The Game Dramatic album, so we've had this conversation before.
Mm-hmm.
I think The Game is one of the most underrated rappers. I think that people really, really don't respect his catalog,
mm-hmm.
and he has a better catalog than some of your favorite rappers.
I agree.
He really does. With that being said, though, this album, it's long,
mm-hmm.
and the 10-minute Eminem song makes it a longer album.
Yes.
Although it's a great fucking diss.
I think, and
sorry, the mimic style.
Right, I was gonna say, right, not to interrupt your list, but it's not even a diss track. He's mimicking Eminem, and like if Eminem made this song, people would love it. He's like, he literally took lines that Eminem has said and things like, and just turned it on him.
I don't think it's bad. The problem with Game is that Game, when he does his disses, they're
mm-hmm.
7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, and ain't no one got time for that.
Yeah. So he's the Zack Snyder of diss tracks.
Yes. imagine they released a game cut to like a 30-minute diss song.
Oh man.
But and then back to Ransom, only because it's brand new. I got Ransom, Chaos is My Ladder is another honorable mention. Ransom, as I agree, has been on a tear. I don't know what ignited this fire, but I'm happy it did.
Absolutely.
His last few mixtapes have been better rap than most of your favorite rappers out there as well.
Yeah.
So I got that. My top 5 now, though. At number 5, I got West Side Boogie. I love West Side Boogie. I'm a big fan of West Side Boogie. I believe he was in my top 5 for his first album.
I think so.
Like 2 thoughts ago. But More Black Superheroes. I think the album is great. I love his style. I love his storytelling style. And it's so West Coast, yet you get a New York bop to it at the same time. Like, I enjoy it. Number 4, I got Ari Lennox. Age, Sex, Location. Okay. I love her soulfulness. I love her music. I'm a fan. I love the way she sings. I don't know if I fucked up pronunciation of the name. I don't think I did. Right. But like I the album was just smooth. Like it's something that I feel like I could be chilling in like a random lounge hearing it play. I could watch it live. I could be just driving through my car. Like I love the album. I thought the album was good. And it's very sexual without being graphic. Okay. The way she portrays herself. So I said I love her music. At number 3. I got Nas, King Disease, 3. I agree that like he, to me, out of our generation of rappers, our top 5 that we normally would have, unfair to the dead ones, of course, but he has done the best to show growth and gotten better, if anything, or at least not gotten better, but had the same skill level, but with growth. Yeah. I love the album. I thought the album was fucking great. I don't think I have any skips actually on that one. Which is rare because I'm a skip person. Like my attention span is so short. I'm a skip person, but I don't think I have any skips. Obviously, skits don't count. Right. Except for on number 2. Number 2, I got Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale, and the Big Stepper. The only thing I skip is Rich Interlude, which is basically Kodak Black. Kodak Black. Yeah, I like that. I hate his voice. And I hate his having a flow, but still having a flow ass.
I like the spoken word of it. I like the spoken word.
But his voice is annoying for fucking. I hate his voice. I hate his voice. When he raps, I don't mind his flow. Right. But when he talks, I hate his fucking voice.
I think it was the spoken wordness of it because it caught me off guard when I first heard it. But that's what I'm saying. When I thought of it like a play, like it's like one scene when the last song ends, I could picture him on the balcony and the spotlight coming on him and him transitioning to the next. Like that's the way when I hear it. And I thought like he was the transition. So while
I saw that, it would work.
Yeah.
but while I'm in my car listening, I don't have it. Yeah. I can't do it. But the album I love. Right. What's funny though, the first time I heard it, I was like, damn, Kendrick, you let me down.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yes.
There you go. Kendrick need to get with him and turn that into a play.
So
make it happen.
So when I first heard the album, I was like, oh, this is a good album, but it let me down. Expectation wise, you know how it works. I was like, it didn't have that same flow of bangers like Damn did. Right. It didn't have that same hard hit like Good Kid, Mad City. Right. It didn't immediately hit me with the same deep poetry that
Section 80?
Oh my god. No. Oh my god. The second joint.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
To Pimp a Butterfly. Yeah. It didn't hit me with the same exact poeticness that one hit me. Then the more and more I listen to the album, it actually has all 3 in one album. Yes. It is a beautiful album. The first time I heard it, like I was like, I didn't go back to it for like a good month and a half, 2 months, which is that's rare for me. Yeah. I mean, I downloaded damn backwards, like
he did.
So it's rare for me. But I was like, this ain't it, Kendrick. Right. And then I was like, maybe I'm missing something. Let me try it again. And I listened to it again. I was like, it's better than I remember it, but to now, it's probably like my second or third favorite Kendrick album. Good Kid, Mad City will always have a special place in my heart. Right. But I think I actually might like it better than the Pimp a Butterfly. Okay. But I love the album. We Cry Together is actually one of my favorite tracks because I'm so used to that toxicity in general throughout my life that I understand that album. Like I just had a song, but I love it. I love the album. And I'm glad that I gave it a couple more chances to let it grow on me. Pause. And so I enjoy the album and I love it. And actually, whenever I do these, whenever we do the thoughts, I always head down and I listen to my top 5 again and again, just the ranking, just put them in one place. And I enjoyed the Kendrick so much that I actually cut off some of the other ones to listen to Kendrick again. Number 1 is Jesse Reyes, Yessie.
That was an honorable mention too. I forgot about that.
I love Jessie Reyes. I've been a fan for a long time. I love her voice, but I love her talent and her music and her writing is very poetic. It's just deep poetry. It's not no basic shit. Yes. It's very, very deep and it's in a place of toxic but love, heartbreak, and sex and romance, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place to be when there's her music. And I love what she writes about. I love what she sings about. And again, her voice is very unique, and I love her voice. This album I love, and actually, same thing. I think that same West Side Boogie Thought episode. I think she also was in my top or my number one actually. So look at Yessie doing it on two separate Thought episodes. Getting number one spot.
No, she was in my honorable mention as well. I forgot to put that as well. Her and Shake, her and 070 Shake. I had them. Yeah,
I'm gonna give it another chance. The first time I listened to 070 Shake, I wasn't a fan.
Oh, okay.
You told me about it. I tried. I was like, it's just not for me. But I'm gonna try to give it another chance. Cause I love soulful R&B. I love it.
It's like Shake is like, I don't know if it's R&B. It's like borderline rock, but it's different. Like it has like Kanye type production, like 808s and your favorite album.
It's not my favorite album.
It has that borderline noise, but organized noise production. You know, and she has that kind of voice too. So so that's what I put it. So I don't know if it's R&B or I don't know what to call it, but I like it. I vibe to it. But okay, I'm sorry.
So no, that's number one for her. Number one. I love her. She's amazing.
True. I agree.
Anything disappointing you?
Disappointments. I'm trying to think. Was it? I guess I just don't go back to them. I mean, Khaled again. I mean, they overhyped Jay-Z's verse on God Did, and I was like, it's a long verse. It's not like a great, like, they were like, oh, this is the verse of the decade. I was like, no. A couple years ago, he had a better verse when he did him and Meek and Rick Ross on was Free. That was a better verse.
Hell yeah.
And it wasn't 80-something bars. He got right to the point and bodied the beat, and that was a better verse to me. So I think that was a disappointment because they overhyped, like you said, about expectations. When you got Khaled and Guru and all them talking about, yo, this is the best verse of the century, and then we hear it and you're like, yeah, it's cool. It's Jay-Z. It's a long verse. Good verse. Don't get me wrong, but it's you're comparing Michael Jordan's Fade Away, and it's like, yeah, it's going in. You know what I'm saying? It's something you've seen already from him. So it's like, it's not, oh my God, it's Fade Away off his big toe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing different. You know what I'm saying? So Khaled's albums also in general are that, got a couple songs for everybody. I got my maybe 2 songs off it that I listen to. That's about it. I'm trying to think what other disappointments. Lloyd Banks, he had a comeback. He had a couple mixtapes that were pretty good. And then it's like a first album in a while. And
you fell for the mixtapes.
That's how they do it. It's like
when the rule is when you're a mixtape rapper, your album's gonna suck, and I'm never gonna go for the album. I might have missed it, but I heard rumblings that Fab is dropping another mixtape. Or did it happen?
I didn't see
anything. Yeah, I heard rumblings that. Like apparently, like either Something Sadness or one of those kind of
right. I haven't heard.
He's working on music. I love his mixtapes.
We're recording this before New Year's, but so if he drops it on New Year's, we'll come back to that. But I haven't heard.
But when it comes, that's that was my rule. If you're a mixtape rapper, your album's gonna be shit. So Lloyd Banks, I would never expect it's not a mixtape.
Like I said, the mixtapes got me. I thought he was on like a little run. He was catching up, but then I was like, okay, you got an album, all right. Put the best production, save the best songs for this.
That rule doesn't count when your albums are your mixtapes, though, like Benny the Butcher and shit. Like his albums really are mixtapes, but they're not like. So
speaking of which, another honorable mention: the Lobby Boys, Jim Jones and Mano. Honorable mention. I was kind of like first listen, like then the second time I was like, they're not that bad. I was like, it's not that bad. Them two. Not
that bad doesn't sound like honorable mention. I don't know.
No, it's honorable mention. No, I actually go back to some of the songs.
I'll give it a chance.
Because a lot of the production they kind of use like old samples that you know, and they kind of flipped it for the better, and it wasn't like used in a way like the sample overshadows them. I thought it was a cool. That's what when you said mixtape, that's what made me think of it, because it's like it probably would have been better as a team up mixtape kind of thing between them two, not an album. But I liked it. I don't go back to it as often, but I liked it. There's a couple songs that do stand out. They had some good features. Fab is on there. Benny the Butcher's on there. There's a couple people that they worked with is on there, and it's short because it's like each one of them just doing one verse. But I liked it. That was honorable mention, like I said, not my top 5, but it was something that I was surprised. So I was surprised that they actually put out something that was like, all right, it's not bad.
For disappointments, right? So I'm, as you know, I'm not a Drake fan.
Okay.
Not a Drake fan, but because of the little him and Kanye back and forth thing, I thought he was actually I was looking forward to the album.
Certified Lover Boy.
Him and Kanye, terrible albums. I was disappointed.
I wasn't. So Donda was this year and Donda 2? Or was Donda?
Donda 2 was this year.
Donda 2 was this year?
I'm almost positive it was this year.
Yeah, I don't even like count that. Did it was it official? Was that
That's what we're doing?
I mean,
It counts. If it's on your discography as an album, it counts.
okay. But not everybody heard it.
Disappointed. You know why? Because it was trash. Anyway, I'm disappointed because I like Kanye.
It was exclusive to his stem player.
And then I was actually disappointed. Actual real disappointments though with two of them. Pusha T.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. Oh yeah, that's right. I was a little disappointed with
Brambleton, with the Brambleton.
I didn't like his flows on that album. It
was weird.
It was weird flows. He had like the Joker theme, he had the Joker laugh in the background. I think he was just trying something, and they kept pushing to be album of the year.
He doesn't put out enough music to try something.
Yeah,
like I don't mean that. I don't mean like that. What I mean is, like, you could try something, but not something way out chill. Like, yeah. Come on, Pusha. Like, we hopeful for this.
You to be pushing it. This is the album of the year. Tell me something better. We did. We got a lot better. Well, that was a disappointment.
The other one was The Weeknd, Dawn FM.
Yeah.
I went from being a huge Weeknd fan to being disappointed in his last two projects. Actually.
Right.
I'm a little sad with The Weeknd.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'm a little sad in The Weeknd. A little sad Pusha T. Side of Prince, where's your album?
He dropped the EP.
No, where's the album?
Yeah, we want the album.
You told us on good on the Cruel Summer that you have an album coming out.
Well, he even said when Kanye was doing the 7 album joints, he said I got 7 songs. I got 7 songs from EA too, and no, you don't.
Where's it at?
Yeah,
he got to be writing for somebody.
Well, he's writing for a lot of people.
Yeah,
he writing for a lot of people. He's an official writer for like Ye and Travis Scott, but he might be a ghostwriter for some other people too. So he got money. I ain't counting pockets, but he's doing all right. So he ain't stressing.
But I still need a Saha album, and I need what do you call it?
I didn't even know you wrote that much for Travis Scott. Like they was like, yo, half of Travis Scott's discography is Saha. I didn't even know that because I don't really listen to Travis Scott like that. And he's not giving him his lyrics. He's just
I don't know how you feel as an artist who's nice, and then you give him like some dumbed down bullshit,
and it works.
But it works, and you're like, yo, my shit here is like Saha. I guarantee you, Saha's album didn't sell nowhere near what Astroworld sold.
Right.
But he's spitting shit, and it's the same writer.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. But the checks come in, and you like
to double my dollars.
Right.
I understand.
When the checks come in, it's like the Dream. The Dream. He write for like Beyonce. He write, and then it's like when his album come out, he had great body, like his discography.
Tay-Tay, she's breaking records up there.
Right.
Taylor's breaking records with the
You know what I'm
music.
saying? But it's like his album don't get the credit that it deserves, but he's like, the song I made for that person made up for it. So, I guess, But yeah, I forgot about the Certified Lover Boy. even I didn't have expectations for Drake and 21 Savage. So I can't say it was disappointment, but yeah, it wasn't. To me, it wasn't it. Certified Lover Boy, I expected. Oh, even what was the other one? What was the other album that Drake dropped? It was like a dance album. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, that's why it's so bad.
Well, if you go back to one of my first unpopular opinion episodes,
I remember that show.
The Eminem rule. The Eminem rule is in effect. You hurt your discography and you hurt your legendary status when you start doing these things. And these last two albums from Drake have been terrible. Just trash.
Was Certified Lover Boy this year or last year?
Nah, Certified, I'm almost positive
this year. Well, yeah, he's had a bad year. So that's 3 projects he dropped this year. It was Certified Lover Boy.
I know the Drake 21 is definitely this year.
Yeah, that was recent.
Let's see Certified Lover. Before we give him too much hate, let's see.
Was it this year?
Because sure.
We had time travel, get the time stone and hate on it for last year. But I don't remember us hating on it last year, so I think it was this year. Just shows how much Drake fans we are, Shout out to the homie Drizzy.
You know that when people say things like the greatest rapper ever and shit, like you need to come through with some shit. And that was not it. But no, it was the end of last year.
It was the end of last year?
Yeah, but the end being...
What was the other one that came out this year? It was still 2 this year that he dropped. The 21 Savage joint, and it was one that was like all dance songs. Which everybody was like, what?
Honestly, never mind?
Honestly, never mind. Again, he was trying something. He saw the success of like dance music.
See, there's a song that says "Text Go Green." I already know I'm not gonna like this album. I've always hated that. I want to segment something different, but I never understood the different color bubble. So I don't speak broke.
Right.
When the good Samsung phones cost more than the iPhones, I don't get it. Like, it's not a broke thing.
Because they think they're, I don't know.
Simple and cheap.
Yeah, basically. Right. But yeah, Drake's not having a good run though. Even though Certified Lover was last year, whatever. We gonna hate on it again this year.
It hurts your discography though.
It does.
It does. It's 21 Savage shit that counts. It hurts your discography. And then the dance song, the dance album.
Yeah.
So it's falling down. I want to see all the people who were like, oh, because I remember having this argument in the warehouse back in the day when Drake dropped the album that has fireworks on it, and they're like, oh my god, he's the greatest ever, blah blah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, yo, listen. But will his music still be bumping the same in 10, 15, 20 years?
Right.
Will he still be selling out albums and then
he's selling. I think they're selling, but I don't think they're, because now again with the streaming era, you can play that same song over and over again and it counts as a sale.
Yeah,
so
which is crazy.
Yeah, so that's the catch. So he'll still do the numbers,
but the buzz isn't there. The look for it's not there anymore.
Right.
Like, and you're gone. Whereas part of both of our lists, Nas. Like you need that longevity. Fucking J. Cole told you, like you need to have music that's worth something.
Speaking of J. Cole, we need another J. Cole album too.
Oh man, we need
another. He's been, it's not really one of our categories, but I mean, verse of the year, him and Benny the Butcher, Johnny P. Cadillac, verse of the year. That verse, J. Cole, whew, and he had plenty of features. Just featuring J. Cole should be an album by itself. That'd have been my number one.
That'd be
my number one.
Yeah, that'd be a classic.
Featuring J. Cole.
That'd be a classic.
Just an album called featuring J. Cole. Yeah, yeah, we need that. I'm trying to think. Anything else disappointment? I think that was pretty much it. Anything else we missed?
I mean, that's it.
Yeah. But let us know what y'all think. If you got anything that we missed, you think we bugging? You got some proof that Drake still got it, or whatever? Let us know. Comment below, and we'll see you on the next one.